Hello, 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 Sagittarians. How are you guys doing? Welcome, welcome. My name is Patty. For those that are new, I'm from Divine Warrior Intuitive. This is my channel. I hope that you will like my reading. It is a modern day reading, which means I help you with guiding you through whatever you're going through, questions that you might be asking the second dimension. So it is divine guided, divine driven, meaning I get a lot of downloads, and the divine is the source. Cards are the resource. So let's get started. This is for the week of the 7th through the 13th. Almost happy St. Patrick's Day. But we're also, right now I'm recording this on the 3rd, and this is new moon energy that we went through yesterday. We're still in that energy, probably for another 2 weeks until the full moon. But there's not only the new moon energy, there's a lot of planets going on, and Pluto is really playing havoc up there, creating a lot of different feelings, put it this way. And with the new moon in Pisces, we've got another, so Pisces is going to be all sort of emotional, sensitive, so if you're feeling weepy, that kind of a thing. But then Pluto's there for aggression and fighting and, separating and doing all that kind of a thing. So let's see what Divine has to say. So this is his deck, his card, and then we're going to go to the universe, and definitely give the universe there, which is the planets and everything like that. Collective good and illusions. Yes, that is true. From there. So it's all energy. Divine is energy. Planets and everything they put off is energy. The moon is energy, puts off energies. So these a lot of the time coincide with each other. So this reading may be may resonate with you. It may not. If it doesn't, it isn't really meant for you at the moment. It doesn't mean it might come later. So if you get a hint to watch it again later, there's a reason for that. Otherwise, if you are connecting with this, then it is meant for you. All right, so let's get started. So Divine's card is the number 10. And it is about close encounters. This is about a transformation process, but this is also about a close encounter. The close encounters can be positive or they can be negative. It doesn't, it's sort of like when you almost get in a car accident, that's a close encounter. Or if you almost just get to your dream or whatever it is, that's a close encounter. However, there's a learning lesson in everything that we do or people that we come into. So just really be mindful, paying attention, because this is, I believe, of love. This is, I believe, of a higher vibration, a higher energy, because what they asked me to do is look at the bottom of this card, and at the bottom of this card is little hearts. Okay, and butterflies are about transformation or sending messages, so we'll find out what that's about. But it is about the number 10. It is about something coming to completion or almost happening. And no, it's not. Thank you. It's like, no, it's completed. It's like, okay, fine. So 10 is about being completion, but also to something new coming. Again, this transformation. So if you learned something, if you mastered something, and now you say you make money at that, you've now went from one level to another level. If you learned how to go from a novice, say, violin player to a intermediate, that is a level. So this might be the ending of a process and a newness of another. So I keep hearing a level. You're going up a level. So please understand that. The universe and the planets are definitely saying that the Queen of the Light, which is illumination, enlightenment, and celebration. These two definitely do go hand in hand. And it's the number 6, about process. It's about progress and process with the number 6. So whatever it is, I feel like somebody is elevating to another level. This is illumination, to brighten, to make things better. This is about enlightenment, which is your spirit, with things of your desire of your higher self. And the celebration is to be grateful, but also to give glory to divine, where the second dimension, where the source is coming from. Okay, everything else is a resource. I'm not going to go into that. That's coaching. But the thing is, that's how you have to think of things. Everything you have is a resource. Anybody who you come into contact, whatever it is a resource. It is not the source. The source comes from an external energy in the second dimension. All right, so what cards do I want to start with first? All right, so we're going to see what your reading is going to come about, looking at the decks, seeing what I want to use to clarify. Anyway, let's see what the divine has to say. Let's see what the planets are doing in the interim as well. While I'm shuffling, just please don't forget, if you enjoy this, please like or share or subscribe. Again, if you subscribe, you get free readings and free coaching. And I would be very happy. Everything is free anyway. You can always email me. You don't have to be a subscriber to email me. But if you want coaching or readings, those are free to you guys. Ooh, the Fool is the first energy. Oh, wow. See that crisp new energy? This creative energy. This is something that is beginning, something that is illuminating, something that is starting. I like the Fool because he's in the old Waite, I've got a deck here, the Waite Rider deck. He's holding a little white rose, very pure, something new, something fresh, something that hasn't been touched. Oh, beautiful. I love that. Something that has not been touched yet. All right, so let's see what we have going here. Oh, it's moving. Wow, lot of processing here. Beautiful. Oh, I love this. It's almost got some Virgo energy into it. Definitely. Sagittarian, some Virgo background energy into this. Definitely. So we have the Fool as your first card out. Then we have the Chariot and the Emperor to follow. Okay, very beautiful. This new creative energy, again, this close encounter, whatever it is, you might hang on to that, whatever that close encounter is, because it's going to help grab you. So, okay, so thank you. So he's saying if there is an energy that is lifting you up and making you joy-filled, and that's what he's trying to poke you out and say, go for this, go for this. So whatever this close encounter is that's bringing you love and light to yourself or to somebody else, go for it, because there's something moving that he's working, okay, because the divine is behind it. But the Emperor card shows wisdom. Okay, an Emperor card has an authority, divine, has wisdom, divine, has a spiritual side, divine, but it also has a earthbound, because we are human beings, we have to go through that process. Okay, so somebody might be, here's the other thing, is when I'm looking at this next card is the person who this is for is skeptical. They're like, I'm not too sure, and I don't know if I should go for this. I don't know if I should do it. I don't know if I should be with them, or I don't know who or what it is. But they're very skeptical, because that is your human side talking to you. That's this part talking to you. It's not your spirit, it's your head. Because whenever we get doubt and skepticism into something that is new to bring us to a higher level, then we get a little nervous, right? It's like, do I want to invest myself in this anymore, or do I not? And that's where you're being tested. Because you're in the center of your reading is the Five of Cups. Again, somebody is pessimistic, not sure. So if you're not sure, the things that you cannot see, the moon energies, the things that you cannot see, then you need to get clarification on it for. Because this is where everything is causing you some confusion and kerfuffle. If something is confusing, it's not really of a higher vibration. It's usually lower. Usually higher vibrations and divine energy gives you clarification, not confusion. So if you're in a relationship that is like confusing, okay, I don't know who this is for, but if you're in a relationship that's confusing, that makes you think and have to wonder all the time, you might want to sort of think about that relationship, because divine is not of confusion, he's of clarity. But low vibrations will keep you confused, keep you doubtful, keep you wondering, and that is a relationship that really needs to be analyzed and decided if it's worth the time and the energy, because time is priceless. And you don't want to spend it with the wrong person. Okay, the more time you spend with the wrong person, the less time you have with the right person. So this is where the strength comes in. But somebody, this is the Virgo energy, the Hermit, where you're going to have to say and sit down and answer the pros and cons. So for somebody, I'm going to give you a coaching point. If you're confused about something or someone or a job, or if you should go through it or not, get a piece of paper. and put a line down the middle, put pros on one side, cons on the other. Cons meaning I shouldn't do it, or the things against it. Put them down. Which one is bigger? And you have to be absolute honest with yourself when you do this, though. Okay, I don't know who this is for, because this is where divine is going to enlighten you. Okay, this is where you may come up against that close encounter that divine is saying, this needs to stop so I can give you what you deserve and what is for you, not against you. Okay, so this is definitely keeping somebody asleep or up from their sleep. So we've got this beautiful energy trying to come in and move in, but you're right in the middle of it here. And you're the one that is deciding if you should go for it or not. And where your decision comes, is it from world, your head, or is it coming from your heart and your spirit? But again, I'm going to tell you, as your coach, spiritual coach, tarot reader coach, get a piece of paper, write down the pros and cons, put that middle down, and really be honest, blood honest with yourself when you answer those questions. Okay? Is it good for me, and why? Is it not good for me, and here's why? And see what outweighs. I bet you'll have a lot of more. Now I'm not even going to go there. Put it in the comment if you do this and it comes out the way that. Put it in the comment. I would love to know if yours came out with the pros or the cons, and then you move in that way. You move in that way. But divine is trying to get you to a new beautiful level. All right. So I'm going to do this Five of Cups in the center because that is your strong point. And then I'm going to clarify the Hermit real quick. Okay, because here's the thing. If you're pessimistic, this doesn't tell me where your fears are. And I'm going to tell you that this is what I need to know, is where your fears lay to not allow you to move forward, to get that enlightenment, to get that celebration, that illumination, to get that transformation to that next highest level. Again, it could be anything from being a novice to an intermediate. It could be from being an employee to now a supervisor. It could be, going from girlfriend, boyfriend to now engaged. Those are just different levels. Somebody's foundation. Your core. This comes from your core, this negative part, the looking at the pessimistic side rather than I just did this with Leos, but this is you looking at things and thinking about things too much. Okay, yes, we have to think about things, and I just heard the word risk. Somebody might think that it is a risk, but you have to, again, get that paper out, pros and cons. Is it a good risk or is it a negative risk? Is it a pro risk or is it a con? You have to look at things before you actually decide. This, again, is that Hermit energy. So this is your challenge card. Somebody doesn't want to do that, but this is how you figure things out. This is how business people figure things out, if it's actually good for a company or not good for a company. They don't sit there literally and put pros and cons, but they do look at the statistics of the past and the present, if it is a good move. And then they figure out if they should do that. This person here is really looking at the negative side of everything. Yeah, and doesn't have patience. When we don't have patience, that's sort of that tells me that somebody may have had some type of trauma or past that has a PTSD because they need instant gratification. So if I used to be there, and that's why I say that. I don't say anything that I wouldn't have experience, because if you need instant gratification, there is something there that needs to be worked on and fixed, because you end up going to the negative side if things don't work fast enough for you, or if things don't happen fast enough for you. That is just saying that I don't have the patience because there's something that I need to fulfill a hole. If you're patient, that is a healing process, okay? I don't know who this is for, but definitely somebody has to learn to have patience. That instant gratification isn't going to get you in the long haul, Okay, it comes and goes like a fart in the wind. Instant gratification. Yep, you're happy there for a moment, and then you know, the only thing I get instant gratification for is mowing my grass. It's all shaggy, and then it looks all pretty. Wow, that looks so pretty. And it's through my hard work that that has to happen. Doesn't come without anything, with anything free. All right. Yeah. Again, we have the moon, or we have the 8 of Cups, and we have the moon. So somebody needs to really work this out within themselves. Again, maybe you need coaching. Maybe you just need something. Because here's the thing is, this pessimistic side is holding you back. All right. Definitely holding you back. Again, we don't want that. We don't want that. 9 of Swords has shown up both in Leos and Sagittarius. Somebody's really just being chewed up about it. Somebody might be embarrassed about something or trying to hide something that they don't want to come out, and that you're afraid that if this does come out, that you won't get this new enlightenment. You will. You'll actually get more enlightenment if you allow it to come out with the right people. Okay, you don't just share it with everybody, but somebody you trust, definitely, because that enlightenment is a release. You're releasing so that light can come in. You're releasing that darkness, that holding in. Plus, what the beautiful thing about it is, then you begin to allow your auras to expand and your chakras to begin to become more balanced. All right. 3 of Cups. It wants a celebration, guys. It wants to celebrate. It really does. It wants to really look. So I don't know who this is for, but this pros and cons thing I keep hearing all the time. 6 of Pentacles. Getting give and take. This is a balance. It's even when we say give and take with other people, we need to give and take to ourselves. We need to give ourselves love. We need to understand that we can love ourselves, enlighten ourselves, illuminate ourselves, and that becomes a celebration. And then we also we give ourselves that, but we also take things that we need to help us grow and love ourselves even to a higher level. So we give and take to ourselves as well. Doesn't mean that it has to be somebody else. All right. So I don't know who this is for. But I do know that it's going to resonate with somebody who's watching. And I hope that if it is resonate with you, you please like, share, subscribe, that you can have more of these videos for yourself. Don't forget the new moon, those energies and the new moon, and I do planets. I do all the planets and that in there as well. I do a reading at the end. But watch that and see what the planets are, because there's this internal thing going on between Pluto. You're going to feel like you just need to take the gloves off and start boxing, and then you're going to turn around and you're just going to want to feel like, you know, I really feel bad, or I really feel good about, you know, blah, blah, blah. So this, again, you're moving into good energies, but you're holding yourself back by your process. If you're afraid to share something, if you're afraid to have something exposed, this is the time where that close encounters is to move it to the next level of light and love. Share it with somebody that you love. Get it out. Let things come out so that you can actually illuminate and lighten yourself. Trust me, been there, done that. That's why I have that series of picking up the pieces about sexual abuse. There's 3 videos. It's a series about surviving, healing, and living with. So that might be for somebody as well. All right. I hope you enjoyed this. Please don't forget to walk in absolute truth and love, and I will see you on your next reading. Thank you, Sagittarius. Thank you for all your support, and I love you guys. Bye-bye.